it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a 2021 reading. And in this reading, we're going to be asking the question, who will fall in love with you in 2021? So, who's going to fall in love with you? I thought this might be a fun little reading to do, and I'm excited to do it. So we have 5 piles. Pile 1 with clear quartz, pile 2 with carnelian, pile 3 with aventurine, pile 4 with sodalite, and pile 5 with amethyst. So of course, you can pick more than one pile if you're drawn to it. You know, the timestamps will be down below, so you can just listen to the different piles that you feel really drawn to. And yeah, let's get started. Oh, and before we get started, I want to say a big thank you to a few people. For those of you that sent me Christmas cards, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you, Darlene, for the Buddha Wisdom deck here. I'm super happy to get that in the mail today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then thank you as well to Harley. Harley is a sweetheart as well, and she got me the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck and the Seasons of the Witch deck for Christmas, as well as the symbology of the zodiacal degrees, which I'm digging. That's so much fun. I've taken courses on degree theory with Nikola Stoyanovich, if you've seen him on Lada's channel, and I love the degree theory on his end, but this is a little bit different, but I'm very curious. I love learning new things, so, and I love paper products, be it books, cards, I love all those things, so thank you so much to both of you for making me smile, and thank you for all of you that made me smile throughout the year with your kind comments, your support, and thank you for like those of you that have DM'd me on Instagram that have gotten readings of me. I did over 1,000 readings in 2020. Like, oh wow, I can't believe I did that many. And I want to say thank you guys, because I was able to connect with so many amazing people over the course of the year. Thank you a lot, really. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Take care of yourselves, and let's get started in your reading. Hey guys, if you chose pile number 1 here with this clear quartz, this is the reading for you. So let's get started and find out who's going to fall in love with you in 2021. What can we find out about this person? So, we've got second chance. So, just saying, it's probably somebody who wants a second chance with you. So you might find somebody's feelings resurfacing for you in 2021. There might be somebody from the past. Maybe it never got off the ground. Maybe you had a relationship. Maybe you had a situationship with this person. But I feel like somebody that's going to be in love with you or is going to fall in love with you is somebody that maybe had a chance before and messed it up. You know what I'm saying? We also have love, so it's like they're very struck by you. In fact, for some of you, I have a feeling that for some of you, this is going to be a situation in which somebody, perhaps you confessed feelings, they denied them, and now they've been struck by Cupid's bow. That's a vibe I'm getting here for some of you. Or you get the chance to know somebody. Maybe you had something, because I know many people met people in 2021, I mean 2020 as an example, sorry, I'm already in 2021 mode, that met people in 2020, and then when COVID hit, it just kind of messed everything up. Like it, you know, separated people, or, you know, they met somebody at a gym, as an example, and the gyms got shut down. They had no way to really see them anymore. You know what I mean? So for some of you, it might be something like that. You might have had your eye on somebody, you know, previously. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could just be somebody that you kind of was, you know, in your atmosphere, and you kind of guys get a second chance to kind of meet up or kind of rekindle things in some kind of way, or, yeah, that kind of thing. But, oh, look at this. We have acceptance here. And the Two of Swords. I do feel like for a good portion of you, though, this person that's going to fall in love with you, it's some kind of person from your past. And that Two of Swords indicates that maybe this person didn't have their heart open at the time. They couldn't make a decision. They didn't want to admit. Some of you, some of you might have confessed something or put out the clues or the efforts, you know, like to kind of show that you were interested in somebody, and then they just sort of were like, like kind of shutting you down or not really opening up. There's something along those lines here in terms of who's going to fall in love with you. And I also feel like it's going to be, you know, you see all this kind of like electricity going between the two hands. I feel like you might have been very electrified. It could be vice versa, but I mean, it has to probably, considering the nature of the question, like who's going to fall in love with you, it feels like maybe you had sparks flying and this person wasn't really matching it, but it's like now it's going to kind of hit them. You know what I mean? Because we have that love card here, and it shows Cupid. So it's like this person will get struck by something, or they'll kind of finally realize, they'll finally open up their eyes in some kind of way. Now, let's see. Let's find out more about this person. So spirit guides and angels, for those that are choosing group number 1, can you describe the person who will fall in love with them in 2021? I get to use my new Titanic Tarot. Oh, so we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles could talk about somebody who is quite wealthy, successful, stable. They might have, there might be a focus on family. This person could be a family person, or it could just be somebody that's very close to their family. This could be somebody that works in a family business, as an example, or is following a family tradition. It doesn't have to be, but it seems like somebody who's either well established or comes from an established background. Culture could have something to do with this. If you notice, it fell on the acceptance card, and we have different colors here in terms of the people's skin color. So I wonder if there's a different background between the two of you. Maybe some of you are at a distance, or you're from different cultures. It doesn't have to be different ethnicities necessarily, but it could be different cultures or different places, or something's different about the two of you. Maybe there are just different lifestyles, or maybe, like, you know, as an example, if you met somebody and they're settled down somewhere and you're settled down in another place, that kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? But I think that this is somebody who probably knows what they want in life, or where they know where their aim is in terms of, like, career. Like, I don't feel like this is somebody who's lost in what they want to do. They might be successful in it, or they're on a path where you know they'll be successful because they want to do what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not an indecisive person when it comes to these things. We have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, there could have been some sort of like a moving away from each other emotionally with this person. They might have tried to follow a different path. Again, maybe if the lifestyles were quite different between the two of you, this person was like emotionally unavailable because they didn't want to check into something, you know, like they didn't want to check into this relationship. They would have rather, you know, kind of pulled their emotions away from it. Oops, we got one. Sorry. Oh, we have the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups could represent somebody that has some water in their chart, right? A prominent water placement like Sun, Moon, or Rising or something. It could be, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. These are the kind of signs that could come up here for this person. But it doesn't, it seems to me like this person's more open. There's some sort of maturity in their emotional sphere. So maybe they're kind of more ready for love, or they've grown some kind of maturity in the time that you've been apart. And I'm not saying, by the way, I want to clarify something because I was kind of talking earlier and giving examples. You didn't have to meet this person in 2020, okay? It could have been before, as an example. It doesn't have to be from 2020. It just is, I was just giving you an example of how some people, how it might, the second chance might be popping up. Tell me more about this person. Number one's person who will fall in love with them. But King of Cups could represent a more masculine energy, of course. Okay, we got one more here. Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Interesting, because with Queen of Wands, it seems like there's some sort of inspired action or a desire to kindle something. We also have, like I said, rekindle something, go after something. There's more action oriented energy there. So we have action oriented energy along with, you know, deep emotion. So somebody who's actually willing to act on the feelings. And if this person, maybe they've had feelings before, but they weren't willing to act on them, but they're more more willing to act on them now, and there's some sort of spark or passion kind of ignited in this person. Of course, this could point to, you know, somebody with a lot of fire placements, so, you know, or a prominent fire placement, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as an example. But yeah, let's see here. What do I want to take here? I want to take something, but I'm not sure which deck I want to use. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to use. Okay, let me go over here. I'm going to grab my astrology cards and see if we can find out more about this person or more about this situation. Anything else here about group number 1? Person falling in love with them. Oh, we have the 9th house showing up. So again, there could be foreign travel involved here, or being at a distance from each other. There could be education, you know. Maybe somebody's in higher education, like a university or something. There could be somebody who's a professor. We also have the water element, sensing. So there's definitely, I bet you with this person, you have some sort of water placements in your synastry. Okay, we have water and fire. Again, that's so weird. King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I wonder, especially for those of you who identify as the Queen of Wands, this person may have like put out your fire in some way. If, like, perhaps you were really passionate about this person and they just turned you down or something like that, or they just kind of snuffed out your fire a little bit there, or, well, I guess not snuffed it out, because it would be more like, you know, pouring some water on it. Sometimes water and fire can be a little bit difficult together, obviously, for, you know, those reasons. But, you know, it doesn't mean it's impossible at all by any means. There are other placements in synastry. But I was going to say that maybe the fire and the water houses in particular are triggered in this relationship with this person. That might be something you can look at. Are there, you know, 4th, 8th, or 12th house, you know, synastry? Is there, you know, 1st, 5th, or 9th synastry? The fire house, and the 9th house is a Sagittarius house. So, yeah, there's that fire element there. But it seems like this person might be kind of more willing to act upon the feelings or emotions they've been having. Very interesting. I wonder, I keep looking at these triangles, and one's, you know, down, one's up. And I'm wondering if one of you is, it's like you guys are up or down, and you're always kind of like reaching for each other, but at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's interesting. Okay, hold on. I wasn't actually asking anything. Okay, we have the air element. We'll just take it. So we have air energy coming in, which might be more clear communication. I feel like this person's going to be more direct with their communication in 2021, and they're awakening kind of to more of their feelings, and kind of getting a sense of these things, and they're kind of wanting to have a new connection with you. Yeah, like I said, with that 9th house, could be somebody who is you know, associated with the 9th house in some kind of way. You know, somebody who travels, somebody who's at a distance, somebody who's foreign, somebody who's religious perhaps, or spiritual, or seeking spirituality. We have the Ouija board on here, which I have right next to me. That's kind of funny. I just thought that was kind of funny. I have one right by me. And we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So yeah, there might be some sort of ending that happened before and a new beginning. So some kind of revolution here in terms of feelings, of actions. I feel like a lot of you had some kind of ending with this person, or it hasn't hit off yet. It hasn't gone off yet. And again, 8th house is a water house. So we're getting a lot of water and fire energy here, big time. So there has to be some kind of significance to that in terms of you and this person. So I think that would be a big indicator, like, because we keep getting it over and over and over in the cards. The King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the 8th house, Scorpio house, 9th house, Sagittarius house. But we also have all the fire signs here. So it doesn't have to be only those signs, but it's kind of like very prevalent here in this. Let me find out a little bit more about this person, and then we'll move on. So who will fall in love? group number 1 in 2021. Tell me more about the person. What kind of clues? Okay, we have man 2. Love it. How literal. So we have, for most of you, a masculine showing up here. As I mentioned, I do feel like for the majority of you. Oh, we have a triangle. So, oh my God, you guys, there might be a love triangle here. I was going to say, because man number 2 came out, there's man number 1. So, man number 2. Can't help but think of that. Or maybe, you know, it's the other way around. I mean, we can always reverse these things or, you know, single them out. Interesting. 2, 2, 2. And then we have 33. So there might be a lot of synchronistic numbers around this time this person comes in. And we have the heart. Okay. Yeah, so we have somebody who perhaps there's something between you. Now the triangle in this this is a Steampunk Tea Cards, guys. It's a really wonderful deck. Thank you, John, for getting this. Meant a lot to me to get this off my wish list. I was very, very excited. You know how excited I was. Because I told you. But the triangle can indicate something that's kind of struggle, you know. It can have big rewards, but you see the angles here. You know, it's kind of starting at the bottom and having to work to the top. So there might be a lot of challenges, or there has been, and maybe it's been really hard to get this going in some way. Or, again, it kind of fell apart and it's got to work its way back up. This could also indicate, like I said, a love triangle is a very big possibility here for some of you. I'm going to go ahead and take some charms and get out some info here about who will fall in love with those that chose group number 1. Who will fall in love with them in 2021? Oh my God, really? I dropped one. Dang it. And I don't know which one it was or where it went. That might have to remain a mystery, guys. I might have to find that later because I have too many cards there and it looks like it slipped in between. Somewhere. Okay, we'll just start with what we got. Okay, we have best friends forever. So there might be a friendship here with this person. Maybe you've been friends with them. We also have this heart here that says like love. And it's got the cross through it. So there's definitely some love here. We have Taurus. Aquarius. No, this is Virgo, I think. Virgo, sorry. These zodiac charms, I think I need to get... I always mix up Aquarius and Virgo for some reason. I know this must be Virgo, though, because Aquarius has the water. Okay, and the water bearer. Okay, we have Scorpio and Pisces again. So, yeah, we have a lot of Scorpio and Pisces showing up. We have a dolphin. I think of dolphins as very fun and playful. I feel like a lot of you might have had a good friendship with this person in the past. We also have angels watching over me. And maybe in some way this person or you, like, it could go either way, but maybe somebody is somebody else's kind of angel in some way or has this protective nature. It could also indicate, of course, that your angels are trying to guide this connection. We also have the peace sign here. So maybe there's been disruptions or something, or maybe you have a peaceful relationship with this person. There's something about peace, maybe trying to do something peacefully. I wonder... That's kind of interesting here. And then we have the starfish, which can talk about growth, movement, possibility. This, not growth in terms of like growing bigger, but kind of like flexibility. So maybe something that was kind of a little bit rigid becomes more flexible, is what I feel. We also have the little bird here. So I think this little bird is like a little tweet, like a little communication. Some of you might receive some kind of message from this person, like a little birdie. And then we have the key here with the red string, which really makes me feel, I don't know what in the heck where this came from, but it makes me think, makes me think of a soulmate connection, like somebody with a key to the heart. Like I said, we have these zodiac signs, so Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, and Virgo showing up. So a lot of earth, well, some earth energy there, of course, and then, you know, some water energy. Again, the water houses kind of could be prevalent here because Scorpio's here. And again, we have that 8th house card as well. And then Pisces, 12th house, could be a, you know, very dreamy type of connection. It could be a bit confusing. Sometimes the relationships that come into these houses are very intense. Sometimes it can be even love-hate there with Scorpio or the 8th house. very intense, transformative type of connections, but oftentimes secret feelings or things that are very hard to handle at times. But we also have here this mermaid, so maybe some of you have been, this person's dreaming about you. She's alone, and perhaps, there's been a lot of thought here and contemplation. And then we have this leaf here, which always makes you think of a new leaf turning over. So I feel like a lot of you, this is somebody from the past, okay? I'm going to take a few letters, but I'm not going to be dissecting them too much in this one, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. And I like to keep these kind of short, and I've already talked for 18 minutes. Damn. Okay. You guys know, if you've had a personal reading with me, you know I can ramble. Like, oh, 10-minute reading turns into 25 minutes. That's just how I roll. I guess. Talkative woman. Okay, we've got some charms. We've got, not charms, I mean letters. So these are the letters I'm seeing here showing up. I'm not going to pick out too many words here. I'm going to let you guys kind of look at them yourself and see if you see something that kind of, pops out to you in terms of maybe like, initials or words. We have ring as an example, or ring. So someone might ring you up, like call you up as an example. But, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I am wishing you all the very, very best. I hope this gave you some insight. Let me know if you know who this person is, because I feel like most of you obviously would with the second chance. But, like I said, wishing you the very, very best. Have a wonderful 2021. Thank you for being here for me, and I appreciate all the likes and comments if you are, nice enough to give them. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose pile number 2 here with Carnelian, this is going to be a reading. Sorry about my squeaky chair. I'm on my computer chair today, and it kind of rolls around and is loud. Sorry. So, who is going to fall in love with you in 2021? So we have some interesting... This almost feels like pile number 1, so like at least from what I'm seeing here. We have apology, and it says you can't expect the apology you want to hear. Okay. So, like pile number 1, it kind of seems like maybe it's somebody you have a history with. Okay? We have the friend card popping out here, so this might be somebody that is a friend of yours, actually. And we have release as well, and the Ace of Wands. So this is kind of pointing to the fact that perhaps there's a spark happening again with somebody from the past. If there have been words spoken, or maybe there's been a release of somebody, or they released you, or something along those lines, it kind of feels like it could be coming back into, maybe they're falling in love, or they're kind of getting that spark. Okay? I just have to say, I know some of you might not want to hear that, and definitely, you're free to choose a different pile if you feel like that. And of course, just because somebody's falling in love with you doesn't mean you need to be falling in love with them, right? This is just like, that's just answering the question. But we have that Ace of Wands, so it seems to me like this is a person who's kind of feeling a lot of desire to take some action here as well. Perhaps there was a need for release or something like that to kind of understand how to transform this or what to do with it. Because there are a lot of butterflies here, so there might have been a need to sort of go through some sort of transformation of their own, in which they shed something. In particular, went through some kind of change. Like I said, we do have 27 here showing up, so that might be significant to some of you, that number. Okay, so Spirit Guides and Angels, can you please tell me more about group number 2's person, the person falling in love with them in 2021? Tell me more. Oh, so we have the 10 of Cups. Well, this is somebody who finds a lot of happiness in you. And in fact, with the apology here, I intuitively am just really being led to say that this person might have felt like you were when you were in their life, or part of it was the happiest time of their life. They might be quite reminiscent about these times. But I would say that this is definitely somebody who finds a lot of happiness in you. and maybe perhaps likes to seek happiness in their own way. Maybe they like to have a lot of fun, which, I mean, who doesn't like, what the hell am I saying? What am I saying? Sometimes I just say the dumbest things and I'm just like, really, Lisa? You can do better than that. But yeah, it might be somebody who's into having fun, you know? Sorry. Oh gosh. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at yourself, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. I feel like more along the lines, this message is kind of going along with what I was kind of saying before that. Was that perhaps if this person's disappointed you, or you felt disappointed in this connection, or it's kind of disappointingly been held off or released, I feel like this person has understood that they lost something important by kind of moving away. And that's why there's this apology here coming in. I feel like this person's been kind of quite sad. Perhaps. I wonder if some of you were quite like a lively energy to them. You brought a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Maybe some of you shared a love of music, I feel here led to say. This could be somebody that has a love of music or creativity, of course, but we have the Knight of Wands showing up, which could indicate somebody that is, you know, of a fiery nature. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be prominent in the chart. But I would say this person generally likes to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like they might have a hobby that they like to do. My stomach is going nuts. They might have a hobby that they like to do. Maybe they can be a little bit immature. Maybe they like to play a lot of video games or something. Wait, that's not immature. Damn it. Sorry, I had to cut out the stomach growling. I wanted to say, sorry, that this person, I feel like they had some of the happiest times with you. And maybe they've realized kind of in being a little bit apart through some kind of, being apart, and then we get the Hermit confirming that, yes. In being apart from you, they've kind of understood where their passion really lies and what would really make them happy. I feel like this sense of contemplation has been good for them. I mean, it's probably brought them a lot of like wisdom in terms of how maybe they behaved in the past. The Hermit can represent a Virgo as well, so that could be something in regards to this person. Maybe they've been going through a period of ill health or depression. If you've noticed they've gone kind of quiet, that might be the reason, especially if you know who this is. If it's a person that's a friend that you kind of expect an apology from, or maybe you think that they owe you one, sort of. That kind of, if you've noticed that this person's kind of been quiet or absent from your life, that might be because they are going through some period of depression. Tell me more about pile number 2's person. Who will fall in love with them? So we have the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Well, this could be somebody that kind of goes after the good life, so they might be kind of indulgent. This person could like to drink or have a good time. I feel like this person might come in pretty quickly for some of you. But they could be a quick walker, somebody who walks fast, somebody who is quite talkative, or not, maybe not always talkative, but maybe they kind of come in bursts as well. This might be somebody who becomes more communicative when they drink. Let's see, what else could I say? What else am I feeling here? Yeah, there's kind of a lively energy here to this person, so they might just kind of have a youthful type of appearance or attitude. Tell me more about who's falling in love with pile number 2. Does it chose pile number 2? Number 2. So we have Lady 2. And we have, hold on, sorry. Apparently I got my cards upside down. Hold on. Who's going to group number 2? Group number 2. Oh, sorry. We also have the man here, so oh, whoa, okay, hold up. We have the lady card. I wonder here what this could this is interesting. So we have lady 2, and then we had man here. This is weird. I wonder how many of you chose pile number 1, because that almost indicates like a triangle here, possibly as well. And the triangle card came up for that reading. It didn't come up for you, but we have grapes. So this can indicate somebody this can talk about somebody who is very much into like the good life, you know. It can be about somebody who's really into like the physical, you know, realm of life and doing things that are like, you know, quite joyful, you know, pleasurable, joyful, that kind of stuff. Maybe somebody who's a little bit careless or has been careless in the past, a little bit maybe immature or only thinking about their own pleasure. With the lady 2 and lady, maybe there was a choice for some of you that this person was kind of after somebody else, or maybe they chose somebody else, or maybe they were looking for somebody else other than you. Maybe player vibes here for some of you, okay? And by the way, when I say, it says actually here in this book, I pulled out the little guidebook here because I'm still learning the T cards here. And it says, in friendships or family relationships, this card can mean you must take the good with the bad. And that might be that this person has a lot of good qualities, but they might have a few a little bad ones, you know. Maybe a little bit too self-indulgent at times, or a little bit too much into their own comfort and happiness, rather. Especially when it comes to kind of like opening up, as an example. Maybe that's why you're owed an apology, or you feel like you're owed an apology. Maybe you guys put in some kind of effort and this person didn't reciprocate in the proper way, or a way in which you felt was, you know, worthy of your, you know, your effort, as an example. Oops, sorry. Group number 2's, who will fall in love with them in 2021? So we have the North Node and the Saturn return. This could be somebody going through a Saturn return. It could also be somebody that has Saturn on their North Node. We have Aquarius as well here. Aquarius could represent the friendship group, and it went right underneath friend. Do you notice that? So again, a friendship group is kind of highlighted here. I feel like a lot of you, this is a friendship. We also have Jupiter, and I'm going to get one more. I feel one more here. And the 4th house. Okay. So the 4th house can represent our early life, our family life, and that kind of stuff. We have the Jupiter card next to it, so it makes me wonder if we have somebody who lives in a different country or a different place. There could be like a foreign factor there. There's always that possibility, but not for all of you. Maybe somebody just comes from a very rich family or an abundant family. Maybe they've had everything handed to them easily. That could be another signifier for some of you. Maybe this person is starting to realize that their indulgences haven't paid off for them so well. The North Node could indicate, I mean, of course there's a possibility that there's a North Node connection in your synastry. Sometimes with the North Node connections, they can be a little bit, the South Node's much easier usually to fall into if it's been a comfortable kind of, if it's a comfortable one. But the North Node, sometimes people resist these relationships because they're kind of meant for our growth. And, yeah, sometimes the people don't really want to, like, live that purpose, or they can be fearful of it, especially if they're not really in the mood, you know, or they're not at that place in their life at the moment. So you might find that that's kind of happened there with this person. Like I said, Aquarius kind of makes me feel like you know this person from a friend, as a friend, or from a friendship group, or some sort of online community, or some kind of a group or organization here. Of course, this could be indicating a Sagittarius, you know, not Sagittarius, sorry, I looked at Jupiter and thought Sagittarius, I mean, and Aquarius, and then, of course, maybe Sagittarius, of course. 2, we also have, of course, Capricorn or Aquarius, also, again, with Saturn return, because, you know, Saturn, you know, is associated with both signs, and then we have the 4th house here, Cancer. Yeah, I feel like this person is learning some hard lessons at this moment, and That's kind of one of the things that you might find. I feel like this person, for many of you, is going through like a Saturn return. Or they've gone through one that kind of woke them up. But that's not for everyone, of course. But I think that might be some significant factor for some of you. So looking at that Saturn return age frame, you know, late 20s. Maybe 50, you know, the 50s if they're older. Let's see. Anything else about this person for group number 2? I think I'm done. Okay. So let's get some charms and see what pops out. Sorry. Oh. Okay, let's see. We've got these little like heart-colored glasses, like heart glasses, like, so they're kind of like rose-colored glasses. This person, maybe in the past or something, or vice versa, it can go either way, but maybe there's been some rose-colored glasses in this, or maybe you felt like this was rose-colored glasses in the past. I also see, like, you know, of course, hearts in the eyes, so this person might start to develop, you know, those kind of feelings, like more romantic feelings towards you. We also have the hummingbird here, which, you know, can talk about something happening very quick. And we had that Eight of Wands earlier, too, so this might develop fairly quickly, this love. We have no matter where. That's fascinating, because I mentioned that you guys could live in different places or something like that. So maybe they love you no matter what, or no matter where. And then we have never, never give up. So it's maybe like something that can't quit or doesn't fall away easily. It just kind of transforms. We have the fish here. Could indicate, you know, Pisces, of course, but it could indicate, you know, abundance, or somebody who's very much into the good stuff as well, is what I kind of feel like when I see a fish. I don't know, maybe some of you have other symbolism for the fish, but maybe it'll mean something. Maybe it's someone who likes fishing. We have don't look back. That's not where you're going. So I feel like for some of you, you might even moved on from this person, actually. Awkward. And we have the Hello Kitty here, so there could be some sort of connection to Hello Kitty, Japan, cats, something like that. We have wish. I wonder if some of you kind of moved on from this, but you still kind of wished for it, too. Like, it's like, oh, but it might have been like a little bit of a, I hope, well, some of you might wish for this, so then you can kind of put this person, like, in their place. Be like, yeah, now you do. Bye. You know, that kind of thing. Because, like I said, these are just people who are going to fall in love with you, possibly, you know. It's not meaning that you have to fall back in love or accept such feelings. We have the Scorpio charm here, so Scorpio could be a sign of somebody, but we also, you know, perhaps have this emphasis on transformation and, you know, rebirth as well with Scorpio energy. We also have this charm here that makes you think of an intuitive connection. A unicorn shows up here, so unicorns could be significant to you or this person. There could be something kind of like magical about it as well. And we have the elephant here with the broken leg. I think of elephants and I think of family. And perhaps this person with that Jupiter in the 4th house, maybe some of the ways in which they were raised led them to be, it was maybe detrimental to them. Jupiter is a wonderful planet, but it can cause excess. And being spoiled sometimes, you know, if things are too easy, as an example. Sometimes when we have Jupiter in a chart, we don't really, and this has been, at least this has been my own observation, my own psychology, and my own chart, but sometimes when we have Jupiter in certain placements, we can tend to not appreciate or fully understand the luck given to us in that area. Sometimes we can discount it or take it for granted. That's what I wanted to say. Take it for granted. That's what was actually I was wanting to say. Sometimes we can take things for granted. So maybe for some of you, you've been so kind to this person, so wonderful, so nice, so cool, and, you know, they've kind of taken that for granted. And maybe they've kind of taken life for granted in general, and are kind of having a different opinion now about things. We also have Jack here from Nightmare Before Christmas, so this could indicate some kind of qualities that are, you know, related to Jack. You know, maybe someone very self-focused, because he's kind of a bit focused on himself at one point, but in his goals. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here in terms of charms. I'm going to take a few letters. I'm trying not to make these like crazy long. I already got to 18 minutes again. Damn it. I did that in pile number 1 too. I was like, looked it up and I was like, oh, I'm not going to take too long. And I saw I was at 18 minutes just at the same time. So I guess I take the same amount of time to talk no matter what. It's kind of like when I do readings. Okay. Let's get some letters. I'm not going to be trying to focus too much on interpreting them. I'm going to leave that up to you guys this time, just to save time for you guys. I don't want you to have to stay here for like 50 years listening to me ramble about what I'm seeing on the board here. So, these are the letters here. I'm going to, oh shoot, I got 2 more. Hold on, let me grab them. There we go. Sorry. We have, okay. So these are the letters I'm seeing here. We have quite a few. We have bored. Maybe this person's bored. And we have home. So there's something about home. Bored at home. I see the word red. I see bond. Bonded. I see dry. Dry period. Dry spell. I see wed. I see... I said I wasn't going to do this, didn't I? Yeah. I'll just stop. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I'm just going to stop there. I'll let you guys... Let me know what words you see down here. I know some of you are excellent at picking them out. And this is an M, by the way. And this is a W, just in case. Because I don't know how they are on the screen to look at, but... just to say. So we have a W and an N. And we actually have 2 M's. So, anyways, I will let you guys go. And thank you so much for being here and being so supportive. I wish you all a beautiful 2021. See you all next time, and lots of love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3 that chose the Aventurine. This is going to be the reading about who will fall in love with you in 2020. So let's find out. Oh, let me clear the area. Actually, I forgot to do that. Beep. Okay. We'll clear out the energy from the past pile. We have, oh, this is interesting. Okay. Man, we're getting a lot of people that are perhaps in the past. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords here. So this could be somebody that's a bit anxious. We have forgiveness. So forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. I wonder if there's somebody in your life who wants forgiveness from you. This is interesting. I wonder, see, pile number 1 and 2, so those groups seem to have a similar type of message here, in the fact that it could be somebody from the past. And I'm wondering with the card forgiveness here, if that might be something here as well. This could be somebody who has felt like they've slighted you. This could feel like somebody who's nervous about something in particular. We have this 9 of Swords kind of representing an anxious energy that this person's in. So there might be something else going on in their life. Maybe they're seeking forgiveness elsewhere, and that's just like a marker to tell them by, you know. Maybe they're hoping to kind of turn over a new leaf. Maybe some of them are worried about their past in some way. So for some of you, this may not be a new may be an old, oh my gosh, I can't even say it. For some of you, this may be an old person or somebody you already know. But for some of you, this may be a new person that's kind of, you know, trying to kind of turn over these new leaves, or like, you know, to move on from the past behaviors that they've done. Maybe some of them had a bit of a rough past. Maybe they're a little bit of a bad boy, bad girl, or some of them might be, you know, dealing with anxiety or something like that as well. So that might be a marker for them. For some of you, this person might be somebody who is quite private here with the House card. Maybe there's some sort of family forgiveness or home forgiveness in the home as well. What I find fascinating is that we have the unexpected here with the blue moon. That really tells me that whoever is going to fall in love with you, I don't think you see this coming, or you're like, yeah, right, if you know who this person, like you kind of pick up clues. It might be quite unexpected. Maybe you think you don't stand a chance with this person, or something about it's unexpected. Maybe they come into your life very unexpectedly. But it's almost like there's a portal here in this card. So I'm wondering, there's something I want to say about it, but I can't quite put my fingers on it. Like, maybe there's something here about a chance meeting. Let me see. Tell me more about group number 3's person. Who will fall in love with them in 2021? Tell me more about this person. Okay, we have the High Priestess here, the Seer. By the way, this is the Titanic Tarot. Five of Wands. Could be a person with many secrets. This could be somebody who doesn't open up very easily. And in fact, I wonder if for some of you, this person might be a secret admirer. They may not confess their feelings in 2021. So this might be someone who's secretly in the background eyeing you, loving you, wanting to be with you, as an example. If this is somebody from the past, for the ones that are kind of like, maybe this person's seeking your forgiveness, they might be too scared to ask for it. Maybe there's been some sort of conflict in the past and they don't really know how to rectify it or fix it. Maybe they messed up big time for some of you, you know? The Moon and the High Priestess, well, it does really indicate somebody who's quite mysterious. So I think it's someone who's going to be too shy to tell you, or unable to tell you for some reason. Maybe there's something regarding the home that will be kind of, yeah, there's the Four of Pentacles. So this is somebody who's not really wanting to open up. They're all into self-preservation. Maybe they're afraid they'll lose something if they were to kind of invest. Tell me more about this person. Who will fall in love? We have the Fool. So they're afraid to take that choice here, you know, to kind of take the risk, to open up, to be a fool, you know. And that's really what I'm getting. I don't feel like a lot of you may have an idea of who it is, but I don't feel like that they're going to confess it to you, to be honest. Maybe for some of you, but I feel like in general, this is somebody who's kind of keep these feelings to themselves for whatever reason that is. So group number 3, who is it? Can you describe the person who will fall in love with them? So we have the Beacon here. Somebody clearly knocked my deck over and then just put it back together, because they're all upside down and like a mess. I love it when people do that and they think I don't know. They're like, oh yeah, I'll just straighten it back up after they knocked it over. And I'm like, I know. And I think that's what's happened here to my T cards. I think they've been knocked over by somebody. Tell me more about this person. So we have the Beacon here. This person's waiting for the right timing, is what I get. Somebody that, yeah, wow, what the, you notice like we have two like kind of like lights. Like we have a beacon with a lantern and then we have the candle. So there's something very spiritual about this connection. Something very, what is that? What do I want to use? What kind of word am I trying to look? This is like divine timing, spiritual, like something. Now, the Beacon card, it can talk about multiple options, choices to be made, look before you leap, safe passage, illuminated pathway ahead, and safe. And it says extra care required in making decisions. Don't choose the wrong pathway. So maybe this is somebody about afraid of it, like afraid to lose something, so they're not going to say anything. Like they're a little bit fearful. They might feel very drawn to you, kind of like a moth to a flame, but it's scary or something, or there's something about it that's they're not wanting to open up. It's like kind of like dimming the light on this, like not really wanting. You might have to lead this person into confession, is what I want to say. And it might take the right timing on that. There might be a conversation that will be had that where you could maybe exact this information out of somebody. But it might be that timing is of the essence, or, you know, and it kind of impacts, you know, the outcome. The clock says, yeah, timing is important decision. Looking forward, time moves fast within weeks, moving at an even pace. And it seems like maybe there's somebody who's just kind of waiting for the right time, so they might be quite patient, kind of waiting for the right time. We have candle, and it can talk about spirituality, enlightenment, learning, flame of passion, light your way through, and light bulb moment. And that's kind of interesting again, because it's kind of somebody. Candles are used to light our path, but it doesn't always make us see everything. And I wonder if this person's a little bit nervous, because we have a lot of this about paths opening up or things that are still hidden, and this person might be fearful of the unknown. And maybe that's why they don't want to confess, because it would be too big of a risk. It'd be too different, too out of their comfort zone, is what I'm getting. So I don't know how useful this person will be for you, unless you just really like have people loving you. Let me see. Well, hopefully it'll be spiritual, so you can just be like, yeah. Let me see. Tell me more about group number 3's person. Anything else we can get? South Node, Life's Debts, Cancer, Earth, last one. Okay, solar eclipse, revolution. I wonder if this person's kind of waiting for something to really happen. The solar eclipse can bring about a lot of change, and it usually manifests in a more physical way. It usually brings in some sort of physical change. Now, it's not always recognized at the time of the eclipse. It usually comes within a few weeks before or after, and sometimes it can be very slight. I was recently talking about one of my own experiences with an eclipse on my descendant, and I thought nothing happened, and then I went back and looked at the date, and I went to my Instagram, my personal Instagram, and I looked around that date, and I was like, holy smokes, actually something did happen, and it was huge. It was actually very impactful, even though it was a very tiny little event, but it turned into something that became quite, you know, kind of like it became kind of like, you know, when not an avalanche, but like, you know, when a snowball builds up, you know, as it kind of rolls down a hill, you know, you can kind of like add, it kind of came into that, like a snowball effect, there we go, maybe like that, so there might be something to do with that. This person could be waiting for the timing again, for things to get, you know, for something to happen. Cancer in the house, this person's a homebody, probably. That's one way you could probably identify them. They might be very private, very quiet, very inward, more of an inward person. And they might like to spend a lot of time at home. They might be very drawn to the home and to family and to kind of sticking to themselves. They could be not the most expressive person. They might keep a lot in. We're not getting a whole lot of air here. We do, but it's anxious air. So the thoughts are anxious. And so it might be somebody who's not very clear on how to communicate what they feel a whole lot. They might not be good at opening up. We also have the South Node too, so they might be stuck in some old energies at this time when they fall in love with you, and maybe they're paying off some kind of debt in their life, you know, not literally in terms of like maybe, but I mean, it could be that they're kind of shedding some things in their life or kind of getting rid of some things. Maybe they're trying to seek some more stability in the person that they want to be and the person that they want to become. Okay? And again, this might be somebody who waits for big moments to kind of slap them into action. You know what I'm saying? So it's the kind of person, like, if you told them straight up, like, hey, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, I'm done, you know, and then they'd be like, oh, shh, you know, I got to do something. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like somebody who needs like some, you know, reality check in order to kind of take some sort of action. So I'm going to take some charms here. Let's see. Who's falling in love with group number 3? Okay. Cancer charm came out again. So we got another Cancer. We've got Cancer and Taurus showing up. So these are prevalent. That's interesting because the Earth and Cancer card came out. So you might be finding that this person's a Taurus. Holy smokes, there's Taurus again. So we have 2 Taurus charms. So Taurus can be a bit slow. Okay, we've got Sally here. So there could be friendship here, support, and admiration as well. Interesting. Well, this is somebody who just adores you. Look at this. We have the swan and the 2 swans and the 2 hearts. So we're getting like a very linked connection. Heartfelt. We have wish as well. And I feel like this person, they have the ability to take some actions, but they tend to just wish instead. Like it's easier for them just to sit and wish upon, you know, upon a star, that type of thing. They might lack self-confidence to kind of take something forward. We have the horseshoe here, so it could indicate, you know, this person feeling very lucky by you, you know, or about, you know, feel like you're a lucky part of their life. We also have these eyes here, so this person definitely finds you attractive. It's like wow, wow, wee, wow is what I think of when I see that charm, or that button actually. What does it say here anyways? I never, but I, maybe they kind of come off like a robot sometimes, like robotic, like they have no feelings, but because there's like this earth energy there that kind of masks up the emotions or something like that. Not that the earth energy can't feel, they absolutely do. I haven't, you know, Earth Mars myself, but sometimes like it just doesn't always come out like, you know, in the same, they might have a different love language or something like that that's different from yours, and maybe you don't quite pick up on it, you know, because you have one way of being. It's like me, I don't understand, like, oh, I don't tell you my feel, like, I have a hard time myself as someone with a lot of fire, at least in Western and in Vedic, of course, I'm more water, but I don't understand not being direct. I'm very direct, and when I want something or someone, I tell them. It's not something I pussyfoot around. Just saying. Like, I'll just be like, even when I met my husband, we met online or something, I saw him in real life, and I went up and I grabbed his freaking hand and I held it. I was like, yeah, we're a thing now. You know what I mean? That's just the kind of person I am. So I don't often understand or identify with people who keep everything in. And that's something that's bad on my end, because I'm not understanding that there are other ways of operating. You know what I mean? So being open to, this person might not operate on the level that you do in terms of, you know, how they behave or the actions that they take. You know what I'm saying? We have the fleur-de-lis, which can talk about loyalty. Somebody actually mentioned that to me once, and I really liked that description. It could also, you know, indicate a connection to France or Europe or something like that. We also have here, by the way, a euro, 1 cent. So there could be a European connection here. And also maybe this person, when I think of a cent, you know, I think of 1 cent, 2 cents, maybe you're 2 cents. But maybe one of you is only kind of putting in the effort here, or willing to kind of lay something down, you know, put in the physical. This person might also be into money. Anyways, you can survive anything. So this person might kind of have a tough exterior like a cactus. And it says, you're always in my heart, so this is somebody who carries you with them. There's a key here, so we don't have a lock to open. So this might be somebody that's not opening up yet, you know? And we have this wand here. So this might be somebody who is quite entranced by you, quite under your spell, and perhaps has more abilities than they realize. So again, they might be not mastering that confidence in themselves to kind of come forward. Okay, so that's what I've got here. Let's get some letters, and like I said, I'm not going to spend too many, I've said this in other piles in case you've watched them, because you're allowed to watch more than one, by the way, especially if you feel drawn to it. But I'm not going to be reading out the words too much today, because I don't want to waste all your times, all of your, never mind, that came out all wrong, just not even going to try it. Oh, one fell down. Okay, it's It's a C. Or no, wait, C. Okay, I couldn't see. It was kind of dark. So we've got well, quite a few different letters here. We have God, love. We've got Dune. We've got dug a hole. We've got Gary. No? Yeah, Gary. Carrie. Larry. We've got quite a few of those. So I'll leave you guys with these letters, and you can definitely tell me if you see any words here that are significant to you or mean anything to you in regards to this person. Maybe they're initials, maybe there are words that kind of joggle your mind. You're like, oh yeah, okay, this person likes to run, they're a runner. Or, you know, this person, you know, has something, you know, a cave. Maybe they hide in a cave. Here we have cave, you know. That's kind of how the letters can work, you know, finding meaning in them, you know, in whichever way that makes sense to you. But with that being said, I will go here, and I wish this reading brought you lots of insight, and I hope that it helps. I hope it was interesting for you, and I'm wishing you all the very, very, very best 2021. Take care, and I will see you on the next reading. And of course, if you want to have a personal reading, all the information's down below in the description box, okay? So, lots of love, guys. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose pile number 4 here, so group number 4, you picked the sodalite, and this is your reading. So let's get into it. And I forgot to cleanse my area once again off camera, so I shall do it now. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Ooh. Who will fall in love with you? So right away, one of the things I'm going to tell you is this is definitely someone you'll be communicating with, okay? We have the messenger here, so this is somebody that you should be probably sending messages with. So I don't see necessarily in-person communication. They could be at a distance, or maybe you just mostly text or mostly talk through the internet. As an example, like texting or whatever, you know, messengers or whatever. So that's that. So I don't feel like this is somebody you'll be hanging out with in real life a whole lot. Or you won't have that major basis there, possibly. Or you start talking personally. Maybe if you know them in real life, you guys kind of start to get to talking. You know? So maybe it's somebody you know in real life, but it's like you kind of start discussing things, getting to know each other. We have the Hierophant and the Interference card. Now, it says interference, an external party is intruding on this relationship. So, interesting. With the Hierophant here, this could be somebody you work with. It could be somebody who's already in a relationship. Could be something kind of in terms of lifestyle, culture, creativity, not creativity, why did I just say that? Culture, sorry, that is interfering. It might be something more practical. It could be that you guys have different lifestyles. We have Taurus here with the Hierophant, so it could be something kind of like associated with Taurus. Could be class differences or religious differences, moral tradition, you know, things of that nature that are kind of associated with Taurus, the second house. We also have self-reflection, which is quite interesting. I feel like this person and you will have quite a lot in common. For sure. And I noticed it says interference and external party, and there's 3 people here. Actually, there's a 4th one over there. So there might be kind of an interference here in terms of the connection. Let me pull my tarot cards and we'll get some more information. There's that dumb noise again. Okay, so tell me more about group number 4 and the person that's going to fall in love with them in 2021. So we have the 10 of Wands. This could be somebody who takes on a lot of work. It could be somebody who's quite burdened with something that tends to overwork themselves or is really pushing hard on something. It could be somebody with some back problems. We also have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is somebody who's working to build a legacy or already has one. Maybe they have put so much effort into their life and home. And maybe they're saving up for something as well. We have the High Priestess here. So this could be representing somebody very intuitive, very mysterious perhaps. So this could be saying that this person might not open up fully about the feelings. We'll find out. Sometimes that High Priestess card can talk about somebody who's, being kind of secretive or mysterious, not really willing to open up a whole lot. Maybe they're kind of holding on to something else, like a job or something like that. For some of you, this could be through work, but it might be, like I said, there could be other things, like maybe somebody in a relationship already, especially with that 10 of Pentacles. That could be possible that there's a married person or something, or somebody in a relationship already. But probably not for most of you. Of course, with the High Priestess, this could be a very intuitive person. There might be intuitive communication between the two of you. We have the Fool. This person might be moving in 2021. Specific message for you guys, but that could be something that is on their minds. They might be starting over, moving abroad, moving somewhere. The Fool can represent somebody that's foreign to you. So there could be a foreign aspect here, or somebody from a different country. We have the Ace of Wands. Or, sorry, Ace of Swords. Sorry, I said Ace of Wands. And we have the Two of Cups. Oh, geez Louise. So I feel like a lot of you, some kind of conversations will lead to a connection. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are going to meet this person, and talk to them through the internet. Most likely, because of that Messenger card, and something's going to kind of develop here through communication. Sorry, the Ace of Wands. So silly. I looked at it in a weird way, and then I kind of said it before it came out. It's interesting because the Fool could talk about it being an unseeming relationship. Like, maybe you'll be quite surprised that this could develop. Maybe you go into this connection, or they go into it not thinking that it could be anything. But it ends up that a very strong spiritual bond forms here through talking, honestly, hopefully. Looks like with the Ace of Swords. But I'll just say hopefully because, general reading. Okay, we have the Queen of Coins here. So somebody could be, that we have the energy of, I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, the Fool to me is an Aries card. My personal opinion. I know some other people have that opinion. I know some other people don't. So, I mean, just my deal. But we have Aries, we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up. We have the High Priestess. High Priestess, what is that associated with? I think that'd probably be like Pisces or the Moon, I would say, but probably the Moon. But let me see what my book says here. The Moon. Okay. I was just going to double check. What do they say about the Fool? Uranus. Okay. I love this book because it gives the references. It's just, you can see how worn out this is. It's really old. It's not in print anymore either. Okay, so we have those kind of, the Moon. Yeah, so it could be somebody who's kind of quite intuitive, very emotional, kind of secretive at times. Maybe they work with secrets. So we are kind of getting a feminine energy here, but it doesn't have to be. Let me see. Tell me more about the person who will fall in love with group number 4. We've got the Tombstone. Lady 2. And money. Well, that's interesting. The Tombstone, Lady 2, and money. The Tombstone can obviously indicate a new beginning or a death of some kind, the ending of something. Maybe this person needs to leave something behind in particular. We also have money here, which could indicate somebody who's very focused on money with the Queen of Coins, like somebody who's always working. And we got that there with these 2 cards up here. Maybe somebody who's really trying to build something stable, who's really after, great things. We've got the Bell here. Take one more. And I get out one more. And the Axe. Interesting. Hold on. I haven't had the Axe pop out in in this deck yet. So I'm kind of curious. You will overcome difficult situations with much hard work, swift action, quick decisions. So maybe this is a person who's like really going after something. It can talk about a separation as well, though. Obviously, you're cutting something off. That's interesting. Bells. Announcement, good news, speak loudly to be heard. Wonder if this person is going to cut you off at some point or stop communication. I felt that, and then the axe came out. I felt that with the bells, and then that came out. So I think that might be confirming the thought I was having. You might find that this person disappears on you, or kind of cuts off the communication, or changes a bit as things become more serious. Also, this person could disappear on you because of work or something like that. They might kind of like take off and they're just busy, 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 you know, that kind of thing. Sometimes that can be talk about arguments, though. The axe as well. So it could be that you guys kind of, there's some kind of something that needs to end. It may not be arguments between the two of you, because there's that third force or that external party kind of coming in here. So maybe it's like it needs to be cut out. As an example, we have the 9th house. So there could be some 9th house stuff going on here in this person. We have Saturn in the 7th house. Oof, okay. Let me see, Aquarius. So, let me see here. The 9th house could, of course, again indicate a foreign person or somebody from a different background. That's a very big possibility. Again, it could be somebody that works in a 9th house way. The 9th house can represent prophecy, divination. It can represent flight attendants and people who do traveling type of work, as an example. So foreign trade, teaching, teachers, that kind of stuff. Saturn there too. Saturn in the 9th house could indicate some sort of strict belief systems as well. Could be somebody who's very serious about learning new things. Very serious in faith as well. 7th house could talk about somebody who, I mean, of course, there's always a potential that this could become a very strong relationship. Possibly on both ends, because that can be the house of marriage or partnership. Again, it could be indicating that this person's already in a relationship with somebody else. I'm just going to say, because we have Aquarius here and we have the 7th house. This could be friends that turns into something more too, though, if that's not the case. It doesn't have to be that this person's like that. It could be that this is kind of like a group situation that becomes more individual as time goes on, and then love blossoms, you know? So maybe you'll know this person from a group setting, or you know, some kind of Aquarian type of vibe here, and then it becomes more individual, as an example. But yeah, we have, hopefully that'll, again, I kind of feel like somebody, yeah, who's a very hard worker, saving up for something, very driven and focused, takes on a lot on their shoulders. They may even have shoulder pain. Again, this will kind of develop through honest conversations that kind of lead to a connection, I feel. So you may already know this person. It's possible already. I don't really see whether it's a yes or no on that. So some of you may meet this person yet to meet this person, or maybe you already know them. Okay, so charm. My ear is ringing. Okay, I stopped. Oh, we have these ones that kind of came up on the top there. I'll grab them. Okay. So we've got this little magician wand, indicating maybe somebody who is quite skillful. Maybe they're a good manifester. Maybe they're trying to manifest something, make something happen. We've got this little, like, teardrop here. This little, like, gem. So it might be that this person... that's interesting. Maybe there's some tears shed here. You versus you. We have Gemini, Virgo, and Taurus. I'm not Taurus, sorry, Cancer. Jeez, I saw Taurus up here and was like, sorry, Cancer and Taurus. Sorry, so silly. We have a, oh, I haven't had this one pop out in a very long time. Look at this. We have the Moon charm as well. So there might be a lot of Cancer or something like that in the person's chart. Taurus, of course, like I said, Virgo, and of course we have Gemini. Gemini could be indicating that you guys communicate a lot, and there's quite a lot of communication messages kind of coming through. And again, Virgo can be about everyday routine, so you might talk on an everyday basis, you know. Taurus, again, could signify a person who's very focused on material success. We have the Turtle here, so this might move quite slowly. They might move quite slowly. Or maybe, again, they kind of take on a lot. Maybe they have a kind of a hard shell, but a soft inside as well, so they might come off kind of practical, but they're actually quite sensitive. We also have this, like, 2 linked hearts, which could indicate, you know, that connection between the two of you. We have, as well, this kitty cat, Hello Kitty, so that could be significant. We have angel watching over me, so there might be, you know, guides trying to guide this together, angels trying to come together, and so on and so forth. We have You Are My Sunshine, so that song could be significant, or that, you know, this person really feels like you bring a lot of sunshine into their life. It's probably a soul connection here with this. There might be a karmic connection, a past life, or something here in terms of being, you know, together. We have the seashell here, which reminds me of Aphrodite. So again, like love showing up here. The mermaid, somebody could be quite elusive, and you know, mermaids aren't often seen, so it could be somebody who kind of disappears or lives a different life than you. We have the flower here, and of course that could just indicate, like, you know, sweetness to this person, or they might find you to be very sweet. Peace sign, so this might be someone who's really into love and peace, and might, like, have a peaceful personality. With the turtle here, this person might, and Taurus even, this person might have, like, I have a Taurus Mars, and I tend to be quite peaceful. I don't usually, if I get mad, I'll really get mad, but generally I'm pretty hard, even with all my fireplace. Sorry, my camera battery died, dang it. So I kind of got interrupted here, but what I was going to say, though, with the Mars and Taurus as an example, I was just like somebody who can be quite patient, easygoing. Usually I'm pretty easygoing, so I generally tend to aim towards peace, but that was kind of the vibe I was getting. Maybe somebody who's kind of not quick to anger, as an example. Somebody who's kind of calm and collected and that kind of thing. We also have the clothes hanger, so there could be things in the closet here. Maybe they kind of... Maybe it's someone who would rather just kind of hang it up and put it away rather than deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to put the charms away and go ahead and move on to some letters. So remember, the letters can talk about perhaps like initials, street name, city name. It really is, you know, individual. It could spell words that are significant as well. So I'm not going to spend too much time on these. Just for the fact that I don't want to talk all your guys' your ears off when I'm, like, you know, doing this, because I know sometimes I spend a lot of time on it, and I know some of you don't mind, but I don't want to bother you with it. We have new, I do see, so this could be somebody new. We have, oh, we almost have, no, okay, ooh, we almost had the word fight, but not quite, and that was interesting, because wasn't there something in there about kind of perhaps a fight or something, or some kind of argument or problem or something? Wasn't there? Maybe not. Anyways, it's not in there. We have fire as well. The word fire, so it could be fiery person. Fire between the two of you. We have we have, let's see. Well, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but we have feel, few, line. We almost have light if we had an H, but not quite. So, Rio. But yeah, anyways, I will just stop it there and let you guys look and see if anything means anything to you, you know, in these letters. If you find some words or meaning in them, for sure. And let me know in the comments below. But I want to send you off with lots of love and blessings for 2021. I hope that you guys have a wonderful year. I hope the energy is awesome, and I hope that you have an amazing year ahead of you. I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you for being here, and take care, and I will see you on the next reading. If you want a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box, okay? So, take care. Hello, guys. If you chose pile number 5, you've gotten group number 5. So this is your reading. Who's going to be falling in love with you in the upcoming year of 2021? So let's find out. We have the amethyst here, so that's the heart that you chose. And let's see. Ooh, we have... This is an interesting one. We have self-love, and we have the Three of Swords. One of the people falling in love with you might be your own self, to be honest. Let's see here. We've got boundaries and protected. Firm boundaries are needed now, and you are safe and divinely guided. Some of you might find that you guys are kind of keeping away from certain situations that have been painful for you. That might be some kind of theme that you're seeing. This is weird. It's a little bit different than all the other piles so far. Let's see. The Three of Swords and self-love. Well, this could be representing a person who's focusing on more self-love in their life. Maybe this person is a little bit guarded when it comes to meeting them. With prison here, they might be kind of getting out of something, like a mental prison of some kind. Maybe this person is a little bit rusty when it comes to relationships or expressing feelings. We have joyfulness in prison, so this person might portray something that's a lot more outgoing and joyful than they might actually feel. This person might secretly have a lot of inner thoughts that are kind of, turbulent or sad, rather than what they show on the outside. This person could have had a lot of problems in their life. Of course, prison, I mean, they literally could have been in prison before. It's a possibility. We have the Two of Cups here, so I definitely get a strong emotional connection here between you and this person. I feel like you guys will really light each other up in some way. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles would be somebody who's well established, who's worked hard to get to where they are, or they have big goals here. They have the Page of Coins. This could indicate an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this might be somebody who's a bit cautious, a little bit slow to open up. With the Ten of Pentacles, though, I would tell you this is a person with big goals. So I would say that probably they're very much into achieving something big in this lifetime. Or something stable. Yeah, the Magician. Somebody who's trying to create and master something in particular. They might already be a master. For some of you, this might be a student still. For others of you, they've already mastered this. So I kind of feel like that's a dual message there. You might find that this person's even into manifestation or the law of attraction. But I would say that this person's a pretty good communicator. They might be really good at hiding what they're really feeling, is what I want to say, though. This person might not let in too many people into their personal space. The Six of Swords can indicate somebody who is definitely moving forward from something. So I think that that's one thing. That's maybe why they're cautious. For some of you, this person might be starting over after a divorce, as an example. And they might be a bit cautious about jumping into something else. Although I feel like for a lot of you, this person would have, quite a connection with you. Now, for others of you, they may not be, because of course some of you might be young and you're like, what? Divorced man? What? Or woman or whatever. You'll be like, no way. I'm too young. And that's okay. That's just for somebody. But Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Big dreams, big dreams, big goals this person has, okay? Again, there might be a little bit of a mysteriousness to them, though. They might not, might be shy to open up. But I feel like you guys might even share a common dream or goal, a common desire. So some of you might be studying the same thing, or you find that you have an interest in the same thing. And you connect easily on that. Some of you might even decide to work together towards a common goal, actually, to pursue something together. And maybe that kind of is helps things blossom. Let's see the Death card. What is Death card? There could be a little bit of a darker side to this person. They could have some Scorpio in their chart, or a prominent like kind of Pluto placement, where they sometimes might say things that are a bit dark. It might come out in sarcasm, but it's actually kind of like a masking what they're really feeling. So kind of like there's a saying I was told before, and it's kind of true. Every joke has its truth, and oftentimes when people are joking about something, there's a little bit of truth to this. And that might be this person's way of emotionally communicating their feelings. They might have kind of a dark, sarcastic sense of humor. It could be self-deprecating. It could be sort of dark. They might say things that are kind of a little bit dark at times. They might act as if they're uninterested in anything because they're really afraid to get hurt in some way. This might be how they've mastered their emotions or feelings. We have the Knight of Cups, so it could again be kind of that watery energy being confirmed there, because I mentioned Scorpio there, and then so we have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer coming up. But with that Knight of Cups. But this is somebody who has a lot of emotions. They just don't know how to show it. Perhaps in the past they've kind of shown it and people used it against them, or they feel kind of like, afraid of getting hurt in a way. For some of you, this person could have had somebody in the past that was, who really messed them up, really hurt their feelings. Could be, a previous partner. It could be somebody from their family. But I feel like this person's been let down real bad, in the past. So you might find that they're quite protective of themselves. They've got a lot of boundaries up, and they might not open up so easily. That's what I'm getting. Cautious type of energy here. A little bit suspicious person. We have the Baby. Could be a young person or somebody who's young. Again, Baby card could be alluding to somebody who's new to you, not from the past, like a new person. Got the bells and the ring. Well, I do want to say that I guess with the ring here, there's always that possibility for commitment in the future with this person if you so desire. Let me see something. I was just asking. Yeah. I feel like, okay, Lady 2. Okay, so with the Baby card, like I said, it could be some kind of fresh relationship, fresh person in your life. They could be younger. That could be, talking about that. The bells is usually a really good card. It's about announcements, about good news. It's about weddings, and that kind of stuff. Sorry, guys. My camera battery keeps dying. I'm going to try to finish this up. Let's see. I let it charge for a few minutes. But I was looking at the book here because I'm still learning the T cards here. And what I found was interesting is I looked up hat, and it can talk about somebody with like a senior position or somebody who's older, and the Baby card. And I was like, I wonder if this could be signifying an age gap in the relationship, possibly here. As well, the Lady 2 is an interesting one. This person could previously have been married. That's a big possibility, I mean, for some of you. But again, you might meet this person at a wedding. That could be a definite possibility. Or a baby shower, or something like that. This person could sign a contract with your office, as an example, or your workplace, and kind of come in a leadership role or position. You know what I mean? That could be another thing. This person might come in like that as well into your life. I'm going to take one more card kind of to understand the lady, what the lady's representing. The bridge. Okay, so there might be... Interesting. The bridge can obviously bridge gaps. It can be about getting over obstacles. There might be a bridge between the both of you. Maybe that's the... Sorry, I kicked something. That could be indicate an age gap. As I said, like maybe you guys have different lifestyles and you kind of meet in the middle. This could be about... This is a good card, though, because it talks about overcoming obstacles, as an example. So, it means that probably this has a long-term potential, is what I'm getting, honestly, from these cards. Like, in regards to this person, like, there's a longevity here to this person, or this connection. They may be slow to open up, but I think that it can go somewhere, actually, for a lot of you. Like, this is a potential, like, good connection. They just might come off a little bit, you know, a little bit slower in the beginning or in the initial stages of the relationship. Okay, so let's get some charms. So, Joseph. Okay, interesting. 2 princess charms coming out. So we have Rapunzel and Cinderella. So that could be some, you know, it's kind of indication here. I see Sagittarius, so this could be somebody who's from a different place than you or a different country. There could be, interesting. So what, Cinderella and Rapunzel get locked up at some point in their stories. Huh, that's kind of an interesting thing that I noticed between the two of them. Kind of hidden away. Maybe this person's used to kind of hiding away or not really showing who they really are. We have Be the Light. So maybe in some way you're meant to kind of bring this person out of their shell. We have You versus You. And I Can as well. So I Can could be indicative of this person, you know, having a can-do attitude, going after their goals. Here with the Taurus charm as well. We have Pisces and Sagittarius. So... kind of interesting there. Pisces, of course, 12th house, could be somebody from a different place than you, as I mentioned, with this 12th and 9th house. Could be a bit of a loner at times, somebody who busies himself often with work. We have the Unicorn here, and the Fairy, both kind of like indicating a magical type of connection. I think I'm going to get one more charm. Hold on. I don't know what that is. Okay, a tree. Okay, so somebody steady and sturdy. Again, it could be somebody that's kind of mature or older. We have a cross here, so this person could be religious. It could be that they carry a lot of burdens on them as well. We have the bicycle. So the bicycle could be prevalent in the fact that, you know, this will eventually move forward with this person, or they'll eventually move forward. It could indicate that this person likes to ride a bicycle, as an example, as a form of you know, exercise or something, or maybe they like to ride bikes. But it usually, you know, to me would at least indicate some kind of forward movement. The closet, the hanger, the clothes hanger, reminds me of kind of hanging clothes up in the closet. So maybe they kind of hang their feelings up in the closet, or they don't exactly open up very easily. Maybe they keep a lot of things shoved and they kind of tuck it away, you know. Maybe they'll like things organized. It might be a very organized type of person as well, you know. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of the charms. Let's get some letters. And like I told the other pals, I'm not going to focus too much on trying to interpret every letter. I know that sometimes nobody's ever complained about me doing it. Actually, funnily enough, I get complaints, but I haven't actually had one about the charms. And so, but I mean the letters, me, you know, reading the letters. But I don't feel like I'll waste your time today on reading out all the possible words, because I know I don't know, I feel so boring when I do it. It's more like fun for me, but I don't know if it's fun for you. Interesting that we have 2 Q's. That's weird, because that's an unusual letter. So Q, maybe Q names could be popular. Quincy, Quinn, Quinton. I don't know, Queen, Queenie. We do have Queen. Well, almost. No, we don't, because we don't have a U. Never mind. I see Rare So somebody who's rare. I also see someone who, we have age, by the way. So age could be a difference here. There could be a difference in age. We have new, so somebody new in your life. We have care. So there might be a lot of love and care here. You know, a caring heart, somebody who cares a lot about other people. Takes on a lot of responsibilities for other people. We have soar as well. And car. But yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. And I just kind of picked out the ones I kind of saw right off the bat. New Year's Eve as well, like the initials for that. We have New York initials too. Sorry guys, I got cut off again because my camera battery died, but hopefully you guys saw all the letters here and you can find out any words or initials, town names, anything that could be, you know, highlighted here. Definitely look and see, because there could be different words for different people. But, you know, if you see any cool words, let me know what they are in the comments below. And yeah, I wish you all the very, very best. Take care. Hopefully this was enlightening for you. And I'm wishing you the best 2021 ever. I hope that everything goes well for you in the year ahead. And I'm kind of excited for you guys to meet this person in a way, because I think it could be potentially great for you guys. But anyways, lots of love to you guys. Take care. See you in the next reading. Want a personal reading? All the information's down below. Okay? Bye-bye.